My name is Jennifer Ensley Smith. I have been living in Akumal for almost 20 years. My husband and I first came to Akumal on our honeymoon and fell in love with the area. So when my husband and I moved here, we actually purchased Turtle Bay Bakery and Cafe. It was a pre-existing restaurant. We'd never been to it, and so it was a very big leap of faith. We had no money, never saw a set of books, never even saw a menu. It was just, I knew that I wanted to be in Akumal. Cancun was very well established, but that's when Playa was really growing. Nobody had really heard of Akumal. The formation of the Arts Festival actually started about a conversation of changing light bulbs. And I was meeting with Irán Beltrán, who was the delegado at the time.
Mi nombre es Irán Beltrán y tengo 41 años viviendo en Akumal.
It really stemmed from my staff, who are my family down here. When they come to work in the morning, it's dark. And when they leave at night, it's dark. And when the tourists are coming in on the highway, it's dark.
Teníamos un poquito de problemas del puente para acá, para la playa, porque estaba muy oscuro. Entonces, para muchos era un poquito peligroso, para las muchachitas, hasta que un día pues, yo vine a platicar con ella y quedamos de que íbamos a reparar.
I asked him if he could help me get the permissions to maybe do like a mural or two, just to cover up the graffiti on the bridge.
Y nos pusimos a trabajar el primer día para alumbrar el puente otra vez, el andador de aquí, de la playa hacia el pueblo. Queríamos hacer algo diferente porque realmente esto es la cara de Akumal. Entonces, venir a la playa de Akumal, si es muy oscuro, entonces como que dejaba un poquito de qué desear a la gente, un poco de miedo. Y queríamos cambiarle algo a Akumal.
By the end of our conversation, we had this idea of actually doing like a little festival. Never in a million years did we ever think we would have what we did the first year, which was 100 artists that came from all over the world. We did 100 art classes with all of the kids. We were in every single school, every single classroom. And they painted 100 murals the first year with the bridge and all through the town, and really completely like changed the look and the feel of Akumal.
Entonces tenemos que limpiar todo bonito así. So my name's Jake Clone. I'm helping run all the artists around and organize all of their paint supplies and stuff like that. To be a part of such a big network of artists is really amazing. It's like a big family. Artists are really good at playing a role in helping people become aware of various issues around the world, whether it is climate change or, you know, community-based projects, political stuff, and, you know, it's the list's endless. But they really do have a power, the artists. A lot of the selection process is based on community engagement. So, like, it's not just about how many Instagram followers you have or how good your paint is, because who am I to say who's good and who isn't, you know? It's about what you can bring to the community and what you can bring for the people of Akumal.
The pandemic has kind of shown us that we can live different places and just kind of converge on a community and be like, what's up, let's hang out and paint together and then go back to Mexico or Minneapolis and make it all work.
Vengo buscando 2 litros de este lado, que es un galón de color azul claro.
¿Qué encuentras diferente de este festival a otros festivales?
Híjole, la atención sobre todo, yo creo, la atención con la gente, los que radican aquí sobre todo, es una gente que te acoge, ¿no? Que te recibe muy bien. Y el apoyo sobre todo, ¿no? Tanto como pintura, como comida, como agua en general, chelas, de todo.
Did you get the buy-in of the homeowners and the businesses?
We just asked.
I'm Luca Babini, aka A-Cool55, which is my pseudonym for street art. I'm originally from Italy, born in Italy, but I lived exactly half of my life in Italy and the United States, in New York. What I like about Akumal is the connection with the community. It's a real one. Also, what I love here is what art is doing to the community. Because we are, it's easy to say, art is a great healing power. True, but here you see it in action.
We do a lot of work where we bring the community out to paint all together, helps people kind of reconnect, and actually is a very important ingredient in public health.
In questions of mental health, the festival, it's helping the people. They have seen that their town is getting prettier. You want to see something bright, you want to see colors. And right now with the festival, that is what is helping the people.
He tenido la oportunidad de pintar para un niño que tiene leucemia y me encantó porque creo que le ayudé a llevar un poquito mejor su enfermedad. Cuando sale de su casa y ve el mural, le encanta, se ve él mismo ahí, acostado, disfrutando de la vida, junto con un puma, que es su animal favorito. Entonces, cuando salió y vio el mural, le dio gusto, se sintió aliviado. Entonces, creo que los artistas sí podemos ayudar a la gente a llevar mejor cualquier situación que tenga.
Tenía unos 7 años cuando me llevaron a mi cita y checaron algo en mis pulmones y me empezaron a salir unas bolas en mi cuello y me volvieron a llevar. Me hicieron varios estudios y salió que tenía leucemia.
¿Tu deseo era que un artista viniera a pintar tu casa, que te pintara un mural?
Sí, se me ocurrió y pues le dije a mi mamá. Y mi mamá le avisó a Jennifer y ya me lo hicieron. Me da gusto porque lo que me hizo me volvió más alegre.
En la escuela pues ha presentado junto con otras escuelas algunos festivales, pero más bien dedicados a la escuela, lo que son cierres como navideños, como fin de curso, alguna fecha en especial. Pero esta manera, la nueva manera de Festival de Arte, es algo que se ha vuelto clásico en la comunidad. Ya es una tradición, ya la gente lo espera, los niños lo esperan, se preparan durante mucho tiempo, reúnen sus materiales, sobre todo reciclables que les piden, se condicionan para ello. Ya no es como antes, como un proyecto nada más, sino que ya forma parte de nuestra vida comunitaria.
Ver la energía de la comunidad y ver lo contentos y felices que están, sobre todo de participar, de conocer pintores, de conocer cultura, porque desafortunadamente muchos de los que estamos aquí no tenemos la oportunidad de ir a un museo, de ir o ver una pintura o conocer, ¿no?, de algún pintor famoso. Entonces, el haber traído esto aquí también les despierta curiosidad. Es un proyecto grandísimo que está ayudando a los niños, sobre todo, que espero que cuando crezcan tengan todo un respeto también por todo, tanto por su cultura de aquí, de Maya, como la cultura en general del país.
My name is John Webb. A few years ago, we built a house in Akumal, and we've enjoyed coming here every year, of course, and even more so since we found the Akumal Arts Festival. I assumed, but wrongly, that it was kind of an outsider's view of what was needed here in the community. And I think she quickly convinced me that she wasn't outside of the community, but was part of the community. In fact, the larger community, not just the sort of the expat American side of Akumal that's on the beach side, but also part of the Pueblo. And she made an excellent bridge between the two communities. She being Jennifer Smith. I had a bit of skepticism about it at first, but I was quickly convinced that it was the real deal. There was a community buy-in. There was buy-in from everybody involved in the festival, both the artists from around the world, the local community, particularly the children in the Pueblo, and it was just a fabulous event.
What this festival at Akumal has done is essentially taken a complete pueblo, a town, and the whole town has become a part of the artistry of the place. I do believe that art is different. When anybody builds something together, designs something together, come together to create something, there's some sense of participation that makes you really feel connected. And I think that having that at the heart of a experience changes the dynamic of the group to understand themselves as able to actually be actors rather than passive observers of their reality.
You see the pride of the owners of the houses that are being painted, and the beautification makes them feel good about where they live, and the attention. You bring people attention, and these people have been left behind.
In Akumal, we were kind of like the forgotten pueblo.
El festival nació de la oscuridad. Nació de la oscuridad para salir a la luz.
It's the most beautiful experience because they come here, they pay their way here. I call them magical creatures, and they always want to paint. I mean, it's always amazing how they always want to paint.